Hello, everybody, and welcome to another happy hour live with North Jersey Eats. I've got my red wine today. Cheers, welcome back. And today we have a very special edition because Governor Murphy has announced that indoor dining is allowed as of 6 a.m. tomorrow, Friday, September 4th. So obviously this is huge news. We have some restaurant owners who have been waiting for a very long time. So we're going to chat about that today. If you have any questions, please leave it in the comments below and we'll see if we can get to it. And to help me talk about this topic, today I have Craig Kunisch, who is the owner of Mahwah Bar and Grill and Allendale Bar and Grill, along with his brother and sister. And he's also a former chairman of the New Jersey Restaurant and Hospitality Association. Hello, Craig. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you for joining us. So you're at Mahwah Bar and Grill right now, right?
Yes.
Has it been a busy couple days, since Murphy announced on Monday?
Yeah, it's been pretty hectic. We've been very fortunate and blessed that we've had a huge following with our outdoor dining. So we've been busy straight through ever since June 15th. And now we're adding another layer to that coming inside. So as soon as we got the announcement on Monday, we've been working like crazy, getting the inside prepped and ready to go to welcome our guests back into our doors.
Awesome. And yeah, you guys have a great outdoor area, you have a patio, you have a parking lot. So you were able to accommodate outdoor dining, but a lot of people haven't. So how do you feel about the decision to open up indoors on Friday? Do you think that this was the right time to do it?
Well, yeah, it's absolutely the right time, if not late. If you look at what's going on, throughout our state and you compare it to what's going on in our surrounding states, New York, Pennsylvania, Delaware, Rhode Island, Connecticut, they've been open indoors for quite some time and they have not seen any sort of, negative effects to that. So we're glad that the step forward is finally here. And, I'm especially happy for the operators that don't have any opportunity to do outdoor dining that are finally able to get back to doing what they do. And that's, the hospitality business.
Great. And you and other restaurant owners and other members of the New Jersey Restaurant and Hospitality Association, who I know have been doing so much to advocate for indoor dining and restaurant owners, getting them loans where they need it, getting them, rent breaks where they need it, and now opening up indoors. How long have you guys been advocating for the opening of indoor dining in New Jersey?
Well, for just the opening of indoor dining, it's been probably since the beginning of July. We had a big push and advocacy for the opening of the outdoor dining space. We knew that was our only opportunity to get back at it. And then, that beginning of July with let's get going back inside for those operators that couldn't do what they want to do has been going on for quite some time.
Yeah, and I talk about this a lot on this happy hour, pretty much anytime I can, but it's difficult to make money as a restaurant owner. It's difficult to make money in the industry, even at 100% capacity. So can you talk a little bit about that misconception that restaurant owners are just rolling in money and, make a ton of money?
Everybody sees the money coming in, right? They're in the restaurant on a Friday night, a Saturday night, and they see the place hopping and they think, oh my gosh, if I had a dime for every time I heard it, you must be carting the money out of here in wheelbarrows, No one's around when it comes time to pay the bills. An extremely successful restaurant would, probably have about a 10% profit margin. Most don't. The labor costs are very high. For a restaurant to do $1 million a year in sales, they probably need about 40 or 50 staff members. When you compare that to like a technology company, they can do, $10 million a year in sales with 6 people. We're very labor intensive. There's just a lot of cost to doing business. Your food, your liquor, your purchases, your overhead, your insurance. It's a tough go. Restaurant operators are very creative and, they come up with great ways to kind of keep as much money and try to make those profits as they can. But we're going into it now with really 3/4 of our hands tied behind our back, so it's going to be very difficult for people. The Restaurant Association has been advocating and pushing hard for that step forward. The opening on Friday of 25% occupancy is the step forward that we've been looking for, but we really need for that to kind of not stay stagnant for a while. We need to get to 50, 75% in a hurry in order to survive. I say we can't send our mortgage company 25% of our mortgage. We can't send the utility company 25% of what we owe them. I can't pay my staff 25% of what they've earned working hard here. They're all going to make all their money, and we got to get back to more people in the seats in order to kind of make this thing work.
Right. And you bring up a good point, which is there's not just restaurant owners depending on this. There's also waiters and bartenders and cooks. So is this an opportunity for restaurants to rehire some of those people who maybe have been unemployed since mid-March?
Absolutely. I mean, we are the greatest private sector job employer in the state. So the people work with us, it's people first-time jobs in restaurants right on through to career-oriented jobs. The waiters, the bartenders, the servers, they all do very well in a busy restaurant. We're very blessed that we have a great following, and we are busy and steady under normal circumstances, and everybody does really well by us. So we need to get back to that kind of cranking so that everybody can do well. But you'll see a lot of people hired back up. What I've heard from most of the operators throughout the state is the biggest thing holding them back from opening up on Friday is staffing. We got the word on Monday, so you got to bring people back and you got to get them trained, you got to get them ready to go, and that's a big task in just a couple of days.
Right. Now, just to throw out a stat, the Restaurant and Hospitality Association has said that 35% of restaurants in New Jersey will likely close because of the pandemic. So that number's kind of grown. We started off at 10% and now we're up to 35%. So, this is really something that's affecting our economy in New Jersey. But let's talk about prepping. So you've been preparing all of this week. So what are some of the things that you've done around Mahwah Bar and Grill to get ready for tomorrow?
Well, we've been preparing for a while. We opened outdoor dining June 15th. So we've been at it, and we're just bringing what we do outside inside. So, we're getting cleaned up. We're getting, everything sanitized and raring to go. We took the opportunity while we were closed to redo a lot of things, redo our floors and everything. And now it's like, everything's in good shape, but now it's almost like hosting Thanksgiving dinner, right? You want everything in tip-top shape. So we kind of are going from ceiling to floor, getting everything all cleaned up. We got to buy up. We got to have extra, cleaning supplies and sanitary supplies, all of the wipes and everything, the extra masks for the staff. It's just it's a big go. It's a big go.
Yeah, definitely. And to kind of go through a couple of the things. So, for example, you have to space your tables out 6 feet apart, of course. Windows have to be open. Air conditioners need to be set for a maximum amount of outdoor airflow coming in. Of course, all of your servers will be wearing masks all the time. All the hosts will be wearing masks all the time. And as far as what people can expect when they go in, diners can expect, you do have to wear your mask indoors. And in fact, Governor Murphy suggested that people wear their masks at all times, even, until they have to eat. So and as far as like bars go, does your bar serve food? So are you guys going to have an open bar as well?
Sure. Yep. So our bar will be open. The bar room will be open. People have to sit in a chair while they are at the bar. So it's a very social atmosphere that people are used to, coming in and kind of seeing their friends and wandering from person to person, stool to stool, and socializing and stuff. So that'll be a little bit different at the beginning. And I think it'll take a little bit of getting used to for people. But, our guests are great. They're all going to come in. They're rooting for us. They want us to do well. So I think that when they come in and we kind of explain the guidelines and the protocols, I think that everybody's going to kind of just fall into place and, really just we'll be happy to be back in here, back into this room here and seeing their favorite bartenders and they're really long lost friends. People come here to congregate to see each other and everything, and they might be 6 feet apart from their buddy, but they'll still be, here next to each other and enjoying each other's company.
Yeah, I've spoken to a lot of restaurant owners similar to you, and they've said, we're so excited just to have people back. I mean, of course, outdoor dining has been open, but that's what inspires people to keep working. That's the energy that the servers and everybody feed off of. It's just having people in. So that kind of got lost with takeout, of course.
Absolutely. So, and my brother said it best, and we stayed open for that first week after the shutdown, March 17th, for that first week we were open. But it was very, very busy, but it wasn't who we were, and even during the curbside pickup, we were so excited to get back to welcoming guests into our building because my brother Chris said it. He's like, we aren't like food servers. we aren't like meal providers. We're in the hospitality industry. We love seeing people's families. We love seeing our guests, asking how the kids are doing and, how they spent their weekend. And, it's more of an interaction and it's the hospitality industry. It's not the food business. And we are back to doing it outside and outdoors, and it's been fantastic. But again, it's another step towards getting back to some sense of normalcy with what we do by welcoming people into our buildings.
Definitely. So on the other side of the coin, what can diners do to make this transition back to indoor dining easier for you and easier for the servers and bartenders that they've come to love at your restaurants?
Sure. Well, and we've been very blessed with our locations because our people are great. But what I hear from other restaurant operators and stuff is some people are taking their angers, frustrations, and their kind of dissenting opinions out on the restaurant staff. I've heard stories about guests yelling at hostesses about having to wear a mask, or coming in and, they get up to use the bathroom, they don't put their mask on, and, they might, have a choice word or two to the manager that asks them to put that on. So the message overall to the diners across New Jersey is really just simply to just comply. The governor's given us a set of rules and regulations on what to do and how to do indoor dining. I know the other operators I spoke to throughout the state is, we're going to do it. We're going to stay within the lines. We're going to get it done and everything. And that's what we're going to ask of our guests. And it's not a question whether we agree with it, disagree with it, or where we stand on any, political basis. We're just doing what we can so that we can stay in business and be in the hospitality industry and welcome people into our buildings.
Right. It's not a political statement. It's just, we want to open at 50% capacity soon. We want to open at 75% capacity soon. So if these are the guidelines that we need to meet, we're going to do it.
You hit the nail on the head. My goal, I think is a realistic goal, is to get from 25 to 50% by the end of September. So how does that happen? That happens by restaurants doing the right thing, and that happens by the guests doing the right thing. So that when people are kind of overseeing what's going on, there's going to be no negative effects on any sort of statistics or anything like that. But, that perception is 90% reality. So we want those people that are kind of looking in on operators and how they're doing things. We want them to perceive that everything is in great shape and we can get from 25% to 50% in a real hurry.
Yeah, so as far as diners go, so that's me. I'm going to be wearing my mask. I'm not going to be giving anybody any problems, and I'm going to be tipping well because these servers have been out of work for a while. And as far as your, the restaurant end of the coin, what measures are you guys taking for sanitary measures? I would be remiss if I didn't ask, how are you guys making sure that everything is sanitized?
Sure. Well, we've been at this, all operators, my family, we've been at this thing for a long time. So we are well-versed in sanitary practices and serving safe food. Our staff is all Serve Safe certified. So we've been making our diners feel confidence in the way we do things for, decades. So we'll continue to do that. And then, we take it up a notch, right? We, have a lot of single-use items as much as we can with the menus, the condiments, the ketchups, all that stuff. With the gloves, the wiping down of the tables and the chairs, and sanitizing everything that we can after every single use. It instills confidence in our guests, and it really makes us proud of what we're doing. I had an elderly couple that came in for outdoor dining, and they walked out of their car. I was actually surprised to see them. I thought they were here for takeout. And I said, "Are you guys here for takeout?" They said, "No, we're here to do outdoor dining." And I said, "Oh, that's so great. So good to see you." They said, "Craig, we trust you. We want to be here. We know we can trust you to eat here." And I took that back to my staff to, let them know, like, hey, it's a big responsibility we're taking on here. And we just have to make sure we do it right every single time.
I love that. So if people want to go to Mahwah Bar and Grill or Allendale Bar and Grill tomorrow, what time are you opening?
Both places are open at noon. Specific to us, we've both decided, the Allendale Bar and Grill is going to have the bar room and the downstairs porch area open. And we're going to open our bar room and our bar area tomorrow as well. So we'll open both up at noon. We're going to continue with the outdoor dining in both places. The tents and the service out there will be up for as long as we're permitted and Mother Nature cooperates. And, we hope to see everybody real soon. And, just a huge thank you to these great communities of ours for really, doing an exceptional job of supporting our businesses. We couldn't be more appreciative.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Craig. We really appreciate it. And I'll let you get back. I know you have a busy day ahead of you.
Thank you very much. Really appreciate you having me.
Thanks so much. And thank you so much for watching as ever. If you want to dine out tomorrow, remember groups are capped at 8 people max. Besides immediate family, if you have immediate family larger than that, you can go out with them. Groups at bars are capped at 4 people. So keep that in mind as you're dining out. A lot of places are recommending you do reservations as well, just to make sure that you're 100% going to get in. So keep updated at northjersey.com tomorrow. We'll have coverage all day about indoor dining, and thank you for watching. Cheers.